Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure to do so today before you leave. Make sure to thumbs up the video if you do like what you see, and to share on all your social media networks that you happen to be on at this time. Hey guys, hello, happy Tuesday. I am back in the building, honey. Back in my favorite place as always. All right, let's hop right into the video. All right, so this video is actually a follow-up to my last video that I did on the Gayle King controversy and the interview that she did about Kobe Bryant with Lisa Leslie. Okay, so I did mention Snoop Dogg last time, rapper Snoop Dogg, how basically he obliterated her in the media with the video that he did. He went off on her and he was extremely upset. He said a lot of derogatory things towards her. I think he called her the B word and went on with a whole rant because he was really peeved at her about the questions that she had asked Lisa Leslie regarding Kobe Bryant and Kobe Bryant sexual assault case that happened, I want to say back in like 2004. Yeah, but it happened a while ago. Okay, so he later apologized this past week. So he did apologize to her publicly, and I do have the apology on CNN Entertainment.com or CNN.com. Okay, so Snoop says, I had a talk with my mama. Thank you, mama. Snoop Dogg wrote in the caption of a video that he posted on his verified Instagram account Tuesday. 2 wrongs don't make it right. Time to heal. At Gayle King. Peace and love. Praying for you and your family as well as Vanessa and the kids. Okay, so the hip-hop star said in the video that he overreacted and offered up to King that I publicly tore you down by coming at you in a derogatory manner based off of emotions of me being angry at a question that you asked. I should have handled it very different than that. I was raised way better than that, so I would like to apologize publicly for the language that I used and calling you out your name and just being disrespectful, he said. Okay. And then let's actually scroll down just a little bit. So, yeah, so that was all the apology. So, he was criticized heavily for his criticism of her. Yeah, he had a lot of people coming at him, too, for just the words that he was using. For me, I feel like it wasn't what he was saying, but how he was saying it. I felt like, you know, as far as him having his own viewpoint about it and him being a little emotional or upset, I think that is totally allowed and that's totally fine. I think to strip someone away of their feelings or telling them that their points or their feelings are not valid is wrong, you know. So I mean, he has a right to stand on his platform and say what he wants to say and have an opinion. I mean, this is America, you know, like this is America. So like, if he wants to feel some way towards her or be upset about the interview, then he can. But I just think that it may have come off, it may have come off a little bit on the left side there. Just the language that was used. So sometimes we just have to think about how we're saying things, you know, and I think that really is what messed things up, because it kind of made her, like, it made her look like a victim. And I was watching Dr. Boyce Watkins, and he did a video on this as well. And he was saying the same thing, is what happened with the way that Snoop presented himself and his stance on it. It gave favor to her, so it made her look like a victim. And so now she can actually skate out of taking responsibility for her own actions by, you know, doing the interview in the first place, and you know, the line of questioning that she did in the interview. She can actually, I mean, you know, the light is, because at first everybody was mad at Gayle King, right? But now they're looking at Snoop Dogg and they're like, no, never mind Gayle King. Now we're looking at Snoop Dogg the way he was talking to her. So she can kind of look at that like, whew, Thank you, Jesus. I hadn't found me a scapegoat. Snoop cussed me out. Good. I don't have to say nothing because everybody gonna say something for me and they gonna snap on him. And you saw how it all shifted. You know, the tables turned for a minute. So yeah, I think he might want to think next time, you know, watch his mouth as far as like how he's framing things. Like, it's okay to have an opinion, but just, you know, let's use our words. You know, like let's be constructive with our criticism there. So gosh, I'll lose my train of thought. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and so I was gonna mention about Snoop Dogg in general. Another thing that I saw on Dr. Boyce's channel that he was talking about was, that's what I want to mention. What brought him to this apology? Because he mentioned his mother, like, oh, I had to talk to my mom. Thank you, Mom. You know, as if his mom had some sort of influence on him apologizing to Gayle. And Dr. Boyce didn't really buy it, and I don't really buy it either. I'm kind of feeling like I think it was more of a financial thing for him. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking, you know, because he has a show too, you know, his show with Martha Stewart. So I'm feeling like, you know, he was thinking in terms of, I don't want to get things pulled away from me. Because a lot of times when you go off on rants like that, or, you know, you get an attitude at the wrong person, what happens to you? Especially you, a black, you know, star, you start getting things pulled away from you, like money gets lost, you know, sponsorships get lost, shows get lost, you know, things like that. You get demoted or put out the door, period. So I think he was kind of thinking along the lines of that. He was trying to save his tail. So that's what I'm thinking he was doing. He was trying to save face because he was feeling like, oh Lord, they're gonna come after me. So I better shut my mouth, and I better try to go back and see if I can put a little sugar on top of this, because it didn't hit the fan. I need to sprinkle a little Splenda on it because I think I done messed up, you know. So I think he was trying to just save face there in that situation. Well, what do you guys think? Definitely let me know what you think. And also, just thinking of Snoop, period, another point that Dr. Boyce brought up was that, that's my food timer, sorry. So that he brought up was that, okay, in the past, and I'm gonna reset it. You know, he said, where was his mom before when he was using this language, you know, the language that he used towards women, calling women bitches? Like, I mean, this isn't the first time he's called a woman out of her name, right? I mean, he made a career out of it. He brought the women to the video awards with they were on leashes. They had leashes around their neck like they were dogs. And, you know, he was with a pimp when he, you know, I think the guy's name was Magic Don Juan or whatever it is. But, you know, just that kind of behavior. I'm like, now your mother, her opinion didn't really matter then. So why all of a sudden is her opinion so important now when it comes to Gayle King? You know, so it's like all these pieces are like something's not adding up here, you know. So, you know, and then that just didn't sit right with me anyway when I thought about it. I said, yeah, he was the one who brought the women to the award show on the dog leashes and everything. And he has been quite disrespectful over the years with women. He has not been the most gentleman-like guy. He was kind of, you know, the head of misogyny, you know, basically, you know, and also promoting rape culture. I mean, him and Exhibit had a song about raping women and peeing on women and just all kind of disgusting things, delightfully disgusting, you know. So I don't know. And then another thing, like, this, I mean, people are allowed to change. They are, because if you look at Snoop today, he's like an uncle. He's admired and loved in our community, you know. And it's almost like we've swept that under the rug, which is what we're good at doing. You know, when people hurt us, especially within our community, it's like having that old molester uncle, you know, the one that everybody love in the family, or everybody just pretend like, not that they so in love with him, but they just pretend like he did nothing wrong. And they tell you to shut your mouth and don't you say nothing about it. And he get invited to every family event. He's always there. And, you know, you got to see him every year. You like, I got to see his ass. And he's the one, he's been feeling on me since I was 5 years old. Yeah, Snoop is kind of like that in a sense. And not to say he's a molester or anything like that. Of course not. But, yeah, he's like, he's like that uncle that we know he has some misdeeds in the past. But we've chosen to love him anyway, in spite. And we're going to just go ahead and pretend as if nothing's going on. And we're going to go ahead and let the show go on, you know, because it's just crazy. I mean, yeah, he just had a play like, what was the name of his play that he did with Tamar Braxton and, you know, no, not Confessions. I was going to say Confessions. Confessions or something. But anyway, he was on the Steve Harvey show. When the Steve Harvey show was on air, he went on there talking about it, and you know the crowd went wild when they saw him, and everybody's always happy to see him. And when you see him in the media now, it's all good, it's all positive. And I'm not saying that he's not allowed that or old that, you know, that's great, that's good. We're all allowed to change and grow and evolve, but the word that comes to my mind is accountability. I just think that in the past, I just came out the car too. I ran out real quick a few minutes ago, and a guy was talking about how rap has influenced the black community, is one of the biggest influencers in the black community, and I believe that's true. But I feel like rappers, they get a pass. Like, they don't get a chance to be responsible and accountable. They're like these, you know, bad delinquent children, and we just kind of sit back and like, oh, that's just so-and-so, oh, you know. And I'm like, no, like, that's not okay. You know, it's not okay that they're calling you out of your name, and they're talking about drugs, and they're influencing your children to do drugs and to drop out of school and to rob people and hurt people, that they're raping and talking about raping and peeing on women. And I mean, we're okay with that. We just let them kind of go off and do whatever they're going to do and say what they're going to say. And we just kind of accept them, you know. And, you know, just because they're, you know, one of us, you have to, you know, yes, you love on the person, but make sure they're responsible and held accountable. You have to make people be accountable to you. You know, they have to be. They just have to be, because how else are they going to grow? How else are they really going to grow? Not just getting older, but how else are they going to become wiser? They're not going to become wiser unless they are held accountable for their actions. And I'm not sure Snoop has ever been really held accountable for his lyrics, his lyrical content. I mean, I think it's a lot of women who love him and everything. And I'm like, I don't see how with lyrics like that, you in love with him. You know, this character that he portrays in these songs, I mean, that's not the real Snoop Dogg in real life. The real Snoop Dogg is a pretty easygoing guy from how he comes off. I mean, he's a pretty, you know, kind guy and everything, but yeah, he does a lot of things. He does work with kids and things like that. So clearly, he's married too, you know, so clearly, I mean, he's not that kind of guy, but you know, like I said, he hasn't had the best rep, you know, musically, you know, when it comes to women. So I just think that we have to hold these musicians to a higher standard, specifically rappers. So that's just my 2 cents. What are y'all 2 cents? What do y'all think about this whole apology from Snoop? Do you think it was money motivated or mama motivated? You know, what y'all think about that? So definitely leave me a comment below. Definitely drop those comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I will chit chat with you later. You guys have a great rest of your week. This is the beginning of the week. Well, we made it to Tuesday, so you guys have a great rest of the week. It's almost over. Bye.